Hey, this is our corner where we do what we want, and today we're going to talk about this new X plane that NASA just revealed. It's going to be flying over the United States at extreme speeds. Um, for those of you that don't know, this is going to be a supersonic or hypersonic, I believe, jet. We'll get into it in just a second. That they're making and possibly going to convert into a commercial airliner if all goes well. So, let's talk about it. Over half a century ago, the U.S. banned commercial planes from flying at supersonic speeds. There we are. So it is. Um, Over the nation, the ban protected us from the thunderous, jolting shockwaves created when a plane breaks the speed of sound, about 767 miles per hour. Uh, Events aptly called sonic booms. For those who haven't experienced one, that don't live near a military base or something of that, such an atmospheric blast from the likes of a military craft, it's like the sound of an explosion, NASA explains. Now the space agency seeks to tame these booms. On January 12th, NASA revealed its much anticipated X-59 aircraft, a nearly 100-foot long experimental craft that will zoom at 925 miles per hour high above several U.S. communities. The craft will fly at 55,000 feet. Most commercial airlines fly at some 35,000 feet. Rather than creating a thunderclap, engineers hope the specifically designed craft will produce barely audible thump sounds, perhaps similar to closing a car door. Um, Ultimately, the aviation industry might one day use this aeronautics innovation to cut flight time across the U.S. or elsewhere in half. Though big questions loom around the economic viability of supersonic flight, still imagine hopping from Los Angeles to New York City in just 2.5 hours. That would be pretty cool. Today we're witnessing history as we roll out the X-59. And I mean, I've flown back and forth across the country, and yeah, a 2.5 hour non-stop. That's fantastic. Anyways, today we are witnessing history as we roll out the X-59. John Clark, Lockheed Martin Aeronautics Vice President for Engineering and Technology, said at the planes reveal in Palmdale, California. 5 years ago, NASA awarded the aerospace company Lockheed Martin, which also makes U.S. fighter jets, a $247.5 million contract to build the X-59 craft. It was supposed to begin flying in 2022. Now, before we go any further, it's supposed to. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but if you look up, especially around where I'm at, and you look back on some of those shorts um, from the channel back in the summertime, you'll see these things that look like little chemtrails. I don't know how people call them, just a little mist from the back of the jet engine or something coming out. But they're noticeably higher than commercial aircraft. And this thing said they fly about 20,000 feet higher than them. So, yeah, go back, check some of those out. Tell me what you think. If maybe those might have been what they're testing out. And yeah, because those things, they do fly fast. And if that's them, they are quiet as can be. But anywho, it's going to get to the point where it says that they're not going to test them for another year or so. But yeah, like in movies, if they're showing you, it's been there. But anywho, let's move on. Um, 5 years ago, NASA ordered the technology. It was supposed to. Nevertheless, Lockheed has now rolled the plane out of its Skunk Works hangar in the high California desert. The greater mission is called KSTT, or Quiet Supersonic Technology. Let's take a look at the video real quick.
Meticulously engineered, it produces a gentle bump, a mere whisper compared to the disruptive booms of the past. So this breakthrough really redefines the feasibility of commercial supersonic travel over land. It brings us closer to a future that we can all understand, cutting flight time from New York to Los Angeles in half.
A few more pictures of what it looks like, and I'll get to where it tells you that it's gonna be and where it's gonna be flying at. Um, NASA. Okay, the X-59 plane will start flying soon, but not immediately over U.S. communities. NASA will build up to those crucial testing flights. The first flights for around 9 months. Lockheed Martin will run tests to prove the craft's safety. Then they'll officially hand the plane to NASA. So I don't know how that whole acoustic validation flights. In 2025, the space agency will fly around the test range over California's Edwards Air Force Base and Armstrong Flight Research Center. The goal is to prove the quiet supersonic technology works as designed. Aircraft performance is robust in real atmospheric conditions, and the X-59 is safe for operations in the National Airspace System, NASA explains. Community response testing. You can read that for yourself. And yeah, we'll let it go at that one. Have a good one.